Hey, baby. Tuesday at 12 a.m. is Wednesday at midnight. Yeah.
Broadcasting from the Today in News digital studios at 0000 out of the New York metropolitan area on Big Dog Music Radio. Here's the conservative talk show host of Wednesday at Midnight, Trey Martin.
Good evening, everybody out there. How's everybody doing? All right, listen, it's Wednesday at midnight. Yours truly, Trey Martin here for you. Well, my pick for the Washington Redskins is the name should be changed to either the Washington Potato Skins or the Washington White Skins. But the black guys are going to be a little aggravated with that. But who knows, and who cares anyway? We'll see what happens with that situation. The owner does not want to change the name. And with us tonight we have Steve Lonegan, which is a pre-recorded interview that we did earlier today, and also Wild Bill, which I'm very excited about, both of the guys. I want to get to Steve Lonegan first, actually. He's running tomorrow. Well, today is the day. Actually, it's the 16th. Today is the day. Are you out there? Lisa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you? Okay, I hope everything is okay. But listen, can we get Steve's thing on?
Yes.
This is pre-recorded. Okay,
all right.
Beautiful. You're the best.
Stand up for our Constitution. Stand up for America. Lonegan for Senator. Steve is the man. Steve Lonegan.
My special guest is Steve Lonegan, running for U.S. Senator in New Jersey. What's happening, Steve?
Hey, Trey, good to be with you.
Well, the moment of truth is here, Steve. Today is the day.
The biggest election in the country between now and 2014. This is the only U.S. Senate race in the nation. And this election, by the way, is a one-on-one race. Never happened in New Jersey before that we had a Wednesday election.
Who's the genius that picked this date?
This is the way the mathematics work under the statute, under the deadlines and timelines that have to be met. So it's dictated by statute. So
Oh, it is? Oh, I see. It wasn't just dictated by some guy in the office over there. I see. All right.
No, it wasn't. So this election is a U.S. Senate race between a conservative and a liberal, a Republican and a Democrat, and I'm honored to be the Republican candidate on the Republican side. On the opposite side of the ballot is a Hollywood stand-in, though, however, a stunt actor for Barack Obama named Cory Booker.
I love your description of Booker.
So Cory Booker, who's the mayor of Newark, which has, by the way, soaring crime, unbelievable. There are 10 shootings in a row, unemployment of 14%, high school dropout rate of 50%.
I mean, with all those problems, it sounds like Detroit. I guess that's why he doesn't really live in Newark. His neighbors say he never shows up at any of the addresses he claims to be his home. I heard he lives in New York with the jet setters.
He will be the Hollywood stand-in for Barack Obama, the rubber stamp for Obamacare. The guy will continue the Obama legend, or myth, or whatever you call it, of hope and change. So this election in New Jersey is either a validation of everything Barack Obama is doing. So if you got your letters in the last few days about how you're being thrown off your health insurance, or you're going to have to get new health insurance, or your premiums go up, that's what this election's about.
Absolutely.
This election is about the NSA. This election is about the NSA collecting your emails, your phone calls. If you like it, vote for the Hollywood stand-in. If you like what's happening to your health care, vote for the Hollywood stand-in. He's a rubber stamp for Obama. I'm not.
Steve, you're going to send shockwaves to the Democrat Party after this election. I remember when Cory Booker, your opponent, was on the Sunday morning talk show. I forget the topic, but he said something off script, and then he got slapped around by the Obama administration. He had to go back, and he had to apologize about it. I mean, he's such a puppet for the Obama guys that it's unbelievable. So I'm so happy you're running against him. You're the best conservative I've ever met.
Trade, I appreciate it a lot. My website is Lonegan, Lonegan.com, Lonegan.com. If anybody can go to that site, if you're in New Jersey, you can go door to door, help volunteer. If you're not in New Jersey, you can do phone calls to this campaign, because my opponent with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and Oprah Winfrey and Barbara Streisand.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
when I hear those names, I get sick to my stomach, I'll tell you.
Concentrated liberalism, that's what they are.
So when I say he's the Hollywood stand-in for Barack Obama, I'm serious.
He is.
Exactly
I know
what he
that. Absolutely.
Today is the day. Let's vote. Get out and vote for
Steve Lonegan.
He's the man. I'm telling you right now.
I want to thank you for being with us. I know you spoke to Mark Levin.
He's in your corner. Sarah Palin, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Governor Rick Perry, Governor Christie. They're all in your corner. All the conservatives, they all love you. And we love you, and we know you're going to make it. We'll see you at the victory dance tonight, buddy. We're in the wee hours right now, but when you get up this morning, get to the polls as quickly as possible and cast your vote for Steve Lonegan for Senate. You won't be sorry.
We're going to have a very small voting block, so we got to get out there and vote for Steve. Thanks, Steve. We'll talk to you later.
Trade, I appreciate it a lot.
Wednesday at midnight, everybody. See you, Steve. Bye-bye.
Believe in the man,
Yeah, he's a terrific guy. We've had dinner a few times. My girlfriend and I know him fairly well, and we've been at a lot of Americans for Prosperity events, and he's a great speaker. He's just really honest. He's got a lot of integrity, and he's going to help. He's just going to help the people if he gets in there. Cory Booker's just going to be he's going to be in Hollywood all the time. He's not even going to be in. He's going to vote present like Obama voted president. That's the closest he got to being president. Obama voting present in the Senate in Chicago. But we're expecting Wild Bill to call in any second. And we have a special.
We do have him on the line.
We have a little intro for him, don't we, Lisa?
We do.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
Here he is, everybody. Wild Bill for America. Bill, that was just for you.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Lisa May. It's good to talk to both of you. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Lisa, you got a big compliment. I told him that we work together, and I said, you're the CEO of Big. She goes, oh, Lisa, I love Lisa. Well, everybody loves Lisa. But what about me? Really, come on now. Well, I'm overshadowed by two of you because Bill overshadows me by far. I mean, I had a couple of, especially one lady, Kathy Bailey, said to me, give Bill a hug. I said, I'm not going to be close to him enough to give him a hug, so but she said, give Bill a hug for me. Give Bill a hug for me. But anyway, I don't go that way, Bill. But anyway, listen, I love your last video. I just saw it earlier today. I saw it about the Fast and Furious thing and about his executive orders. I mean, this guy is just you can't even make this stuff up.
Oh, I know. I've never seen anything like this administration in my lifetime, Trade. And I poke a lot of fun at President Petulant, as I call him, or President Finger occasionally, because that's what he gives the American people. But
right.
Even though I poke fun at the guy and kind of joke about it as America's leading liberalologist, it's my job to clean up liberalism in America. What we're seeing with the Obama administration is a very subtle shift from the power going from we the people to them the government. If you notice, for many years the politicians have had to cajole us with their charm and their promises. But you know what? Barack Obama is breaking away from that and dealing in threats and intimidation. And
he's just sticking it to everybody. And listen, I want to clarify something. Wild Bill said shift, S-H-I-F-T. I just want you to know. Okay, good. I cleared that up, Bill. I was afraid.
I don't use that other word.
I know. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think we are seeing a paradigm shift in political thinking in America, and because they're losing their fear of us. I honestly believe the massive voter fraud that we've seen in the last couple of elections has emboldened the liberal left. They think they really don't have to treat the voters with their fake respect anymore, and we may be seeing a very dangerous precedent being set.
Well, the thing is, people don't realize it. See, they have loud voices, and they're really very well organized because they're only 20% of our electorate. They're really only 21%, and it's 40% conservative. I mean, the last I've seen from the Gallup poll, I mean, are ideologically speaking, and about another 39% moderates. So really, but they act like they're the big deals, but they're not. We the conservatives are the massive part of America, and we have to show them that.
Yeah, there's no sense carrying a big stick if you're not willing to use it. And so far,
absolutely,
the American people seem to be couch potatoes. They're so busy watching the Kardashians that they don't have time to get out and support people like Steve Lonegan. There's a lot of discouragement on our side, but you know what? There's a lot of good things happening, Trade. I was notified just earlier this week that for the first time, digital media this year is going to bypass television and radio for influencing American citizens. So we're winning the culture war. Us, you and I, and the others that are in the digital media, we're really making an impact on America, and I hope that encourages you very much to keep up the good fight, my friend.
I believe that. No, that's great news. I didn't know that until you told me. But listen, that's going to give us a big edge, the digital media, because there's going to be a lot of us conservatives. That's where we're getting a lot of, that's where the Tea Party really got really rolling, is through the digital media, through the social media and stuff like that. Isn't it? I believe that is, anyway, because it's grassroots. Right?
Absolutely, yeah, and we are just now scratching the surface of the social media. The left-wing liberals have been kicking our backsides for years because they have mastered, the Twitter, the videos and stuff like that. And our side is just now really getting into using the social media religiously, and that's going to make a huge difference.
Right. Well, how about this? This catastrophic thing with the Obama, not the Obamacare. I mean, that's catastrophic to begin with. But the catastrophic situation they have us in with the debt ceiling, that if we don't raise the debt ceiling, I mean, I think it's all jive. But if we don't raise the debt ceiling, man, it's going to be the end. Like it's going to be the end of the world, And what do you have to say about that, Bill?
The United States Congress is as hooked on tax dollars as a crack addict is to the crack pipe, and by my way, we'd make them go cold turkey. But you know what, Trade? I am convinced that the American people are really not going to wake up and clean house in Washington, D.C. until they feel a little bit of pain personally. They're not going to get off the couch. They're not going to give up the Kardashians for patriotism until their family's been hurt. And Obamacare just might be the bee sting that finally gets Americans waking up and taking action. So you and I, we're just going to have to ride this roller coaster until it stops. And when it stops, it's going to be because the American people have really been slammed.
Well, your commentaries that you do are really sensational. Well, Bill, I'll tell you, I love them. And, even before, I mean, we just met today, basically, but I've been watching them for, how many years have you had them on?
About 2.5 years now.
I caught up with you at first about 2 years ago. Yeah, I figured it was around 2 years. I wasn't sure 2.5 years, but you do a really great job, man. You're doing us a big... you're doing us a big plus, the American people, the conservatives, the Tea Party. Tea Party is the really good people who really want to control the spending in Congress, which is out of hand. I mean, listen, I wish somebody could send me money so I could use somebody else's money. I mean, I guess I would just use it any way I wanted because it's not my money,
Yeah, people are never as careful with other people's money as they are their own. That's how we got the Democrats in the first place. But, you know what? We are both the good guys and the bad kids. I recently started Teams USA for the Tea Partiers who are ready to get into the fight and take the fight to the enemy. We are the bad kids of the Tea Party. And I started this a couple of months ago, Trade, with thinking about, America's special forces, our military, how with small group people working in small groups are extremely effective at disrupting the enemy activities. So Tea teams were formed to follow the same principles. So Tea Party people who are fed up, ready for a fight, and are willing to get out in groups of 5 to 10 will be more effective than 1,000 who just sit at home. So be watching for the bad kids of the Tea Party, the Tea Teams USA.
Well, I'll tell you, they're really scared. I mean, Obama is scared of Rush Limbaugh and the right-wing media, of course, like us, and digital media, the conservative especially, and the Tea Party. I mean, he's shaking in his boots. And, I mean, Sarah Palin is like, when you mention Sarah Palin to a liberal, it's like, I mean, they hate her, but they're scared. They're just scared of her. They just can't.
That's like throwing holy water on vampires.
I know. But if you really want to get I found that, when you mention Sarah Palin, that's bad enough. But then when I get a liberal and I really want to get him really bugged or her bugged, I mention, say, listen, I love Dick Cheney. And they go, Dick Cheney, what are you, crazy? You got to be out of your mind. They go out, they start smoking. Their head starts smoking and burning. Their brain is burning up. I mean, it's so funny. But anyway. But listen, I heard today that what nice people they are. I forget the guy's name. The guy from the Fisher House. I just heard it on O'Reilly a little while ago. They're sending the families of our vets who have passed on $25,000 anyway, even though now the government says they're going to step up and pay the $100,000 per family, because Fisher House is going to pay the $100,000, and now somebody stepped up at the government and said, no, we're going to take care of it. But Fisher House is sending them $25,000 each anyway. Isn't that nice?
That's incredible, yeah. Fisher House is a good organization, and I was just asked to be a key speaker on a cruise in September 2014, the history cruise, to benefit Fisher House. So I'm really thrilled.
Oh, no kidding. That's great. Where's it going to leave from? Tell us about it.
It's the 1776 history cruise sailing out of New York City. It's going to be a 7-day cruise to hit all the hot spots of American history, to see where this country was born, where our Constitution was signed. We're going to get up into Canada and see the whole area. It's 1776historycruise.com. I would love to.
That's great. Okay. We're going to stop pushing that. That's terrific.
Good. Yeah, because Fisher House does good work. Let's do what we can to help them out.
It's funny, Bill, but the first time I ever heard of Fisher House was the past week about this whole thing with the $100,000. So where these guys come from? I never heard of them before. And obviously you've heard of them a number of times, but I haven't. It's the first time I heard of them.
Yeah, we'll benefit Fisher House, and I have this fantasy of Lisa Mae Norton singing Pretty Girls and Guns on the deck of that cruise ship.
Well, listen, Lisa, all you got to do is put the light on in the refrigerator, and Lisa will do the national anthem for you. And so would I.
Excellent.
No, she's really great. She sings great, and she's a great person, and she's the CEO of Big Dog Music Radio, and we're honored that they have us on their whole thing. We do 2 shows. I do a show on Sunday, the Sunday Morning Funhouse, with my buddy Jimmy J, who's a great. Actually, he's a rock and roll DJ, rhythm and blues DJ, but he's got a great voice and he's got a great personality too. And sometimes we want to kick his butt, but he does good. And sometimes he sticks up. The other day, you know what he said to me? Bill, he said to me, he says, man, did you see Al Sharpton? I said, listen, I don't want to talk about Al Sharpton. I don't even want to talk about Al Sharpton. He goes, no, but he was really great. I said, yeah, he's trying to make you think, guys like you softies, that he's a good guy. But we know about Al Sharpton. Don't tell me about Al Sharpton now. Don't tell me he's a good guy. No. Because I know him before he was a bad guy, even before he was a bad guy. Oh, my God. Another race beta.
Yeah.
So anyway, but he backed off of that anyway.
Good, yeah. Oh, I would love to do something with Big Dog Music. One of the most important tasks we have is connecting with the young people. We need to steal them away from Obama. We need to take away what I call the dumb kid vote And music is one of the best ways to communicate with kids nowadays. So, man, let me know if I can do a video for Big Dog Music Radio. Let's start promoting these things.
Oh, I'm sure Lisa and Big Dog will be honored to do that with you. And of course, I'd always be honored to have you on my show. I'm a big fan of yours. Well, Bill, I don't know whether you know that or not. And I'm not a fan of too many people, but I really love your stuff. I really do. Sincerely.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Well, my only real talent is not being able to keep my mouth shut, so I might as well make videos.
Listen, I noticed in this last one you got a mustache. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the past ones I saw, I didn't see a mustache on you, but I saw a mustache this time. And listen, tell me, I believe you were a Marine, weren't you a Marine at one time?
I was a corpsman stationed with the Marines out in 29 Palms, California for a while.
Well, thanks for your service, my friend. You are really a great American, a great American. Let me tell you something.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But listen, and you got to let me know. Let's keep in touch, and whenever you want to come on, and you want to maybe like in a couple of weeks, and you want to talk some more. And I mean, I'll let you talk even more. I'm talking too much tonight, actually. Maybe I had too much coffee today. But but I can't talk as much as you. I'll tell you that, because I could tell. I can tell when you get on that video, you're really wound up, And
yeah. Oh, I love pulling the pin on the liberal left hand grenade and just watching them go. They are my entertainment. They are like the monkeys of America, the spending monkeys. DC, I call them.
The monkeys of America. I love it. The monkeys of America. All right, I'm going to use that one now. Listen. But Bill, we got to do this again, okay?
Okay. I'm a night owl, so I'm available.
Oh, that's great. Okay, good. So listen to our show, and anytime you want to call in and say something, or we want to promo that trip, that 1776 trip, I love it. It's going to leave from New York. Tell us about it one more time.
The 1776historycruise.com. Carnival Cruise Lines is putting it on for us, and it's for patriotic Americans who want to live American history again, to learn, to see the places where this nation was born, to reinvigorate our knowledge and passion for why we love this country and why we take the stands that we do.
That's great. And listen, besides that, everybody, before we go to the 1776 cruise with Wild Bill, we want you to vote for Steve Lonegan tomorrow. That's very important. We want to beat Cory Booker because it'll send shockwaves through the Obama administration when he gets beat. I'm telling you right now, because it's going to really.
And our side needs to see some victory, so get out there and give America a victory.
Well, it's going to mean a lot to 2014 if Steve wins tomorrow too. I'm hoping to go to his victory celebration tomorrow night. But listen, Bill, thank you very much for being with us. This is Trade Martin on Wednesday at midnight, and we had Wild Bill with us, and he was great, a great guest as we knew he was going to be in the first place. We want to thank you all for listening. I got to sign off now. It's getting late. Get some sleep. And what?
I was just going to let you know you still got you've got a little extra time since we started a little late. We've been having some issues getting on to Blog Talk, so if you've got
no problem. I understand. All right, good. But now, Bill, do you want to say a last word? You give me your last word because you're the best.
Oh, I'll never run out of words. You'll never hear the last word from me. But, yeah, I just want to encourage you, Trey, because your work in the digital media is finally defeating the left-wing media that has kept America ignorant and dumb for so long. The media that gave us Barack Obama, the media that's trying to give us Cory Booker. It's time for the Hollywood fakes to be exposed and defeated, and you are one of the people that is doing that. Thank you, sir, for your service.
Well, thank you, buddy. That's very nice of you, Bill. And listen, I heard you. You know what? Before you go, I heard your Sheila Jackson Lee thing. I thought it was very funny.
I couldn't believe her.
She's, she is unbelievable. But I mean, the funny thing is, I looked her up a while ago, and she's got some kind of a law degree or political science. I mean, but what did she eat cement? Did she eat cement along the way or something? That she got a cement brain or something? I don't get it.
Well, Dr. Lyle Rossiter, a prominent psychiatrist, has made the case that liberalism is a mental illness. Nancy Pelosi is also a law professor. She's a lawyer. There's a lot of really dumb lawyers on the liberal side.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know, they think they know. Not only that, they think they know everything. They got an answer for everything. You know, they know what you should do. And the liberals always want to tell you what we should do. You know, how we should do it and how we should live our lives. And this thing is driving me crazy. I mean, the morality situation in America is just off the. I mean, it's just off the charts.
We have gone from Mayberry RFD to mandatory homosexuals on our children's programs. What have we allowed to happen to our country?
How about this guy, the principal that said because of the sequester or the slowdown of the government, they couldn't use the Pledge of Allegiance in the school. Did you read about that? I forget where he's from. No, seriously. I mean, you know, these guys come off the wall. They almost like they come out of a cave. I mean, but I said, and the guy says, well, he's going to get fired. I said, yeah, but he'll probably run for president and win. This guy, this schmuck. You know, I mean, you get these schmucks. Where does he get that from? He's going to stop the Pledge of Allegiance because of the slowdown of the government? I mean, come on.
Well, you know that one of the mistakes the liberal left makes is they assume that Americans are stupid and that they're not going to notice the idiocy that comes from these school administrators. Let them do their worst, Trade. The more they blabber, the more exposed their shenanigans are.
Yeah, they'll notice it. That's right. They'll notice it. And I hope they notice about Obamacare. I hope they notice about this affordable Obamacare with the unbelievable charges they have now. And they're fining this guy or something. And they want to take his house away because he couldn't afford the premium or something like that, and he couldn't afford the fine. So they want to take his house away. They're threatening him. I mean, I don't get it.
They're threatening to suspend people's driver's licenses if they don't get
Yeah,
Obama.
right. I know.
They're threatening to slap a lien on their home and to tap their personal bank account. You know,
well, it's the IRS. It's almost like the IRS is policing this whole thing. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. I don't know. Listen, we got really outsmarted, Bill. We have to rescind this thing some way.
Yeah, well, Joe Dan Gorman says if we're the smart ones, how come we're not in charge? You know, and maybe we need to
right on
a little bit. Yeah,
right.
The problem, Trade, is we've been way too polite about these people wrecking our country. We are the
problem. Well, absolutely. Listen, that's our problem. We are too polite. Where the liberals are nasty, they call us names. I mean, I don't want to start calling names, but man, we have to start getting some guts, start getting some guillons. That's what we got to start getting. Even John Boehner, you know, John Boehner is like a wishy-washy towel. You know, we need some guts, and we need some guts up there. But listen, everybody.
Bill?
What?
Trade and Bill, real quick, you got a caller on the line that wants to just say hello.
Okay.
It's Boyd from Alaska.
Come on, sure. You want to say hello to Bill? Come on.
All right, you're on, Boyd.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
This is Boyd from Alaska.
Hey, Boyd, what's happening, Boyd? We got Wild Bill over here. To ask Bill a question or ask us a question. What do you think? Or what do you want to say?
Oh, I love Bill's essays. I guess I could call them essays.
Oh, I love them too.
Hey. I like that. A lot of people call them rants. I like essay better. Thank you.
Hey, you can take it and use it if you want to. Hey, listen, I've got a subject matter that you may want to do a number on, Bill.
Okay.
You know how the left now is saying that Obamacare is law and that it's mandated spending and the Supreme Court said it was okay and everything?
Right.
Well, here is one thing that they forget, is no Congress can tie the hands of another Congress. The only way Congress can have their hands tied is to have something enshrined in the Constitution. This is a law. This is not an amendment to the Constitution.
Good point.
Right. Well, it can be rescinded. I'm sure. You know.
Oh yes,
we have the power.
It can be. But Congress is, just because it says it's mandatory spending, Congress doesn't have to fund it.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
absolutely. I agree with you, definitely.
It is not mandatory. And the fact that Justice Roberts declared it to be a tax means it does not have to go to the Senate. The Congress can shut it down immediately. They just have to find the cojones to do it.
Well, Congress can sit back and rescind the tax portion of it.
That's right.
Then what are they going to do?
Of course, the problem is that we have a bunch of monkeys in Congress. I mean,
I understand that.
With one session of Congress, but they don't. So Congress, Washington D.C. is never going to clean itself up. It's going to be up to we the people. And it is only through the state legislatures that we are ever going to get constitutional control of the federal government.
Right. But I just thought I'd lay that out there for you. You have a big audience, Bill, and your rants and or essays, however we shall call them, have a big following.
Yeah.
And I think that you could put a new wrinkle on the arguments.
Well, send me some talking points, Boyd. Give me some ideas, some notes for a video. Let's see if we can put that together.
Yeah, Boyd.
Okay.
Wild Bill, he's on Facebook.
Oh
Get
yeah,
in touch
yep.
with him.
Oh, I'll follow him. I'll do that.
It's a good
And then
thought.
I will let it up to you to finalize the words to it, and whatever you come up with, buddy, I believe will be great.
Oh, Bill will sell it. Don't worry. He's like the conservative Obama tonight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, Bill. But he doesn't use a teleprompter. You see, he doesn't use a teleprompter, though. Because when Obama's talking, he goes,
waiting for the next words to come up.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, Boyd, thanks a lot for calling from up there. Man, keep yourself warm, and listen, call in again. And I want to thank you, Bill, for being with us. I'm going to sign off out of here. This is Wednesday at midnight with Trade Martin. Come in and see us again and hear us again. Thank you very much. Keep the faith, everybody. Vote tomorrow for Steve Lonegan. Thank you, and good night. Have a great day. Bye-bye.